gamers. We're here. We're in fact. How's everyone doing? It's Thursday, February 4th. Hope everybody's doing good. It is snowing here currently. I thought about maybe making a snow cam, but I was like, I would technically be doxing myself if I did that. So I didn't. Ow. How's everyone doing? Take care of this painful little nugget right here real quick. There we go. It's been an okay week for me. Nothing amazing out of the ordinary. Oh wait, no. I finally got undepressed enough to do the miraculous feat for me of 33 Celsius seems high. That seems high. I washed dishes. I'm resizing my OBS so I can see chat. There we go. Which for me is a miraculous feat. Yay. Yeah, I washed a bunch of stuff, washed some glasses. A lot of it was silverware. Like a lot of it was silverware. So getting that out of the way was nice. No, don't. No, King, don't follow the package. Keyboard update. My stabilizers came in. Good, right? In a way, yeah. Technically good. I actually put I put them in. I at least put the spacebar in. I put the spacebar in one of my shifts in, and I did it. And I tried them. And I pressed space. I pressed it down. I was like, oh, these are sticky. These are very sticky. Press my shift. Oh, this is sticking. So I have to wait till lubricant comes, so I can lubricate these and then they won't stick. But from just using those, like, they sound so much better. They sound so much better. I can't wait. I can't wait to put them in. It's gonna be so great. Yeah, but I just gotta wait for lubrication. Is my computer case bent? What's that? Sorry, I'm super distracted right now. Is it? I think it's just how it's made. Dang it. Now that I can see my case more, I can see like the top of my case, and it's like it's going perfectly straight. Like it looks straight, but like right at the end, it just goes up a little bit. It's like ooh, like the start of the COVID curve, just like very straight. No COVID. Ooh, uh-oh. Weird. A lot of gamers in the chat today. I also started having what I think are problems with my modem that I got last year. So I went and made the executive decision and bought myself a new modem. um, so hopefully that goes well. And that comes in. Oh, I didn't shut my door enough. Hey, Haunter, it's going good. If I don't close my door, then I lose the effectiveness of my my humidifier. So I had to make sure it's shut. What else? Oh yeah, I've decided to stick with every plate. If y'all weren't here for it or forgot, I did like a really I got a good 3-week deal. Thanks for T-Mobile. Shout out to T-Mobile. Who gave like a really good 3-week deal, and so I decided to actually stick with it. I skipped last week because all the recipes for last week were kind of bunk, but I did my first non-trial every plate today. It was good. It was good. It was just like another iteration of a pasta dish, but a chicken and pasta dish, but it was good. So a heads up, if you missed it, it's snowing here, so I don't know how stream's gonna go. I'm hoping everything ends up being fine. If frame rate starts dropping or I start having any problems with my nets, we'll just play it by ear. I'm trying to get used to this new camera angle. It's so weird. So I'm trying to think of how I could point out, but the camera is here now. I'm gonna move it back. So I'm pointing straight at the camera at its height from here. The camera used to be here. So from here to here. That's almost a full me. So it's like looking at me from up above a little bit. Which I gotta get used to that angle. Nothing bad ever happened with an angle like this, but yeah. And like I said, it's kind of like I'm looking at y'all whenever I read chat now. So it's just something I gotta get used to. What if I stop talking and play the game? Okay. Let me get stuff set up in the background. Properties. Do. Played this with a controller last time, right? Yeah. Oh shit. All right, continue. We're now on Act 2 of Kentucky Route Zero. Attention Lula Chamberlain, regarding your application. Thank you for your application to the Gaston Trust for Imagine Architecture's annual fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably, we can award only one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the standards we have established over 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. Oh no. How could you? How could this happen? We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note. Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. Your OBT, SVT, Robert. I throw the letter in the wastebasket, or I fold the letter up and put it in my handbag. Lula opens up a folder on her desk labeled Proposals. Or Lula opens a folder of writing paper on her desk. Let's get the writing. Dearest Robert, thank you for your kind note. It has been years since my name appeared in a gallery program, except as an occasional dusty curiosity in a group show or as the impertinent subject of some misguided retrospective. I continue to. Something gratitude. Yours in situ, Lula. Oh, Carrington. Oh, yeah, that's right. I apologize. I thought you were on the telephone. Are you busy? It's not important, or just thinking out loud. There's no shame in it. After all, speech is a kind of thought. At our best, we think before speaking, but we rarely think while speaking. So where do our thoughts go then? Maybe that they reverberate out into the room, dissipating in hallways, or getting trapped in some resonant corner of... So my own thoughts are wandering, clearly. I've got a lot on my mind. Clearly. Well, I'll come straight to it then. Clerk upstairs tells me you've been assigned to my proposal. I've heard nothing in weeks, and I assumed it had been swallowed up by some dragon of administration, but... Silence. Lula, the situation is desperate. I have hours. Hours. I must find a suitable venue for my play in time for its sunrise debut. For the last decade of my life will have been a vision within a dream. A fragment. I've received your proposal, and I'm afraid it's impossible, or I haven't had a chance to review it, to be honest. This one's popped up twice, so I think this is the honest answer. Let's go with haven't had a chance to review it. See, of course, you're quite busy. I understand completely. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Lula. I'll go now. Oh, Lula, thought you might like to know. I saw Joseph this evening just after sunset. We sat for a bit, drank some cold coffee, and talked about university days. Better days. Maybe for him. Just imagine a bulky dude holding a set of deer antlers on his shoulders. Over reclaimed spaces. Just standing forebodingly while you're doing your office job. Didn't we? Oh, Didn't we just pass this place? Or maybe someone here can point us in the right direction. I don't think the Zero operates like the roads we're used to. I don't understand it either. So, what is this place? There's a lot of TVs. And just weird architecture here. What do you think? When I got my electrician's license, I had to go to this government building in Frankfurt. Kind of low to the ground, a bit older. Didn't really look like this place, I guess, but they have all that same feel. Bureaucracy in the air. Too much concrete. I was gonna say, this has like a brutalist feeling to it. This is weird, but you think we're inside or outside right now? Both. Okay. Very poetic. Well, maybe someone around here has a better sense of direction. The line seems that way. Maybe it's still under construction. Well, work seems to have stopped for the moment. Get a good rest in the truck, Blue? Sorry about all this walking. I'm sure it's hard on your creaky paws, too. Bell. Oh, wow, someone actually came. Well, here you are. Better late than never, I guess. Just unload the whiskey over there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. Ooh. Does Conway here say, we're actually a bit lost, ma'am? Or Shannon say, want to settle a bet? Let's have fun with it. Want to settle a bet? I'm actually pretty busy, but sure, what's up? Can you both be inside and outside at the same time? Wow, okay. Is that like a philosophy thing, or are you just lost? Conway, we're just lost. We're lost. So you're not the... Sorry, honest mistake. We're supposed to have a little celebration here at the office, but the whiskey never showed up. Saw your truck and thought... But you don't really look like one of the boys from the distillery anyway. What are you celebrating? Oh, the less I understand, the better. When I'm here, I keep the fans turning and the furnace hot and listen for the bell. When I get home, I'm a different person. Just don't have to think about it. I just paint. Well, it's clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to be passing through. That's the idea. It always is. You're going to need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the map clerks. But first we've got to get you in the system. So you'll need an appointment with one of the ingestion clerks. Now let's see. Rick is booked proofreading drafts all afternoon and Wanda's out on his site. Let me go make some calls and see if we have anyone free. There's some books over there in the waiting area. Or just take a look around. Have you seen our grotesques? Ingestion clerk sounds bad, don't like it. Kind of agree. The television is playing what looks like a nature documentary. A hermit crab scuttles across a beach. Its shell is an awkward shape. It must have once belonged to a different crab. The television is playing a cartoon about a bird. The cartoon bird collects pieces for its nest. Scarf, plastic shopping bag, bit of a young girl's hair. The nest is warm, but precariously fragile. The television is playing an instructional video on elevator design. It is crucial to maintain proper lighting in an elevator. In the absence of sight, passengers' sense of motion is greatly enhanced. Passengers should never feel as though they are physically ascending or descending. The elevator should create the illusion that the building is flat. This is the mark of a successful elevator design. So the elevator I go to, that I mainly use at the convention I usually go to, that always pops my ears on the high-rise floors. Not a successful elevator? I'm so glad to have learned that. Ooh. Oh, Marianne's back. Sure, same. I don't think I've actually ever experienced a lift that made me feel like I'm not moving either. Oh, good. I thought you'd left. People can be so impatient. You never know. Well, I have you meeting with Lula Chamberlain. She's a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingestion process. But she's the only one with room on her plate this evening. My schedule sheet says she's on the 5th floor, reviewing some diagrams. The elevator is just back to the left there. 5th floor. Ooh, some books. 3 books are piled on the table. A service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and a slim collection of Japanese death haiku. Yo, what? Alt tabbing real quick. Amazon. Japanese death haiku. Can I buy this? Can I buy... Japanese death poems written by Zen monks and haiku poets on the verge of death. 47 Samurai, A Tale of Vengeance and Death in Haiku and Letters. These books exist! I scrolled down a bit and the 5th thing down is Danganronpa 3. It's not even a book. The Ultimate Japanese Death Haiku, Danganronpa 3. Oh, I'm truly living right now. I might buy one of those books. We're going to pick up the envelope. The envelope reads Bureau of Secret Tourism. It contains several small handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations. Conway's leg is truly fucked up right now. She's on the 5th floor, right? Conway scans a column of elevator buttons. never, never, never took psychic damage from a sub before, but here we are. Hollis, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Big Titty PogChamp. Thank you for bringing those big ol' honkers to the FM. Hello, are you lost? Very much so, yes. Okay, well, let's get you pointed in the right direction then. It's a pretty straightforward process. First, you'll need to get a case number assigned. Talk to Clerk Metzen about that. She's just over there at the end of the room. Happy to help. I have to thank my loyal viewers and subs, like Big Titty PogChamp. Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks. I just need your ingestion card and a list of your last 5 permanent addresses. Ingestion card? Oh, no ingestion card. Okay, that's okay. Just go talk to Clerk Bomb first. He'll get you set up with one. Clerk Bomb is just over there in the corner. Happy to help. Howdy, here for an ingestion card? No problem. I'm just threw some papers on his desk. Happy to help. Opens a few folders and quickly closes them. Looks like I'm out, but I know there's some back in the archive. Been a special request with Clerk McMillan. She's the documents czar. Straight back at the end of the office there by the file cabinets. Okay. This is just a runaround. I agree. But let's hear the dialogue. Documents request. 1 ingestion card, please. Happy to help. Please just put your requisition form in the inbox. I'll get to it as soon as possible. Requisition form? Yes, you don't have one. Shouldn't be a problem. They're quite easy to fill out. Just act. Requisition form. No problem. I'll just need your ingestion card to mark it outgoing in my logbook. I don't have an ingestion card yet. Oh, no ingestion card. Okay. It's okay. Let's go talk to Clerk Bomb first and I'll get you set up with one. There's gotta be an insight to this. Come on. Whoops, I just went in the elevator. Oops. Wow, fetch quest. An eternal fetch quest. I know she's on the 5th floor, but I wanna explore. Sadly, there's nothing I could explore here. It's saying something weird. Let's go to the 5th floor first, because Shannon's like, hey, her office is down on the 1st floor, so I think I accidentally skipped something. Look at the bears! We're gonna go to the bear floor at some point. Record player. There we go, we fixed it. Greg is hard at work examining some diagrams. measuring angles with a plastic protractor, and occasionally scribbling numbers in a small leather notebook. Can I help you? Don't answer that. Sorry, we're looking for an ingestion clerk? Oh no, I'm an interior spatial analyst. I can't help you with that. I think the ingestion clerks have all gone home for the night. Lula might be able to help you. She's pretty senior. Mister, actually, she was up here about an hour ago. She's probably back at her real desk now on the first floor. Barely made a dent in these diagrams. Must have been distracted. Speaking of which... I bet you she's with the bears. Bet you she's with the bears. Well, exactly. Why wouldn't she be with the bears? What's up? Hey, have y'all seen Lula? Hmm. I don't know if they saw Lula. Shit. Sorry. Let me just get around y'all. 1 second. Nothing wrong about hanging out with some bears. Alright, so she is on the first floor somewhere. Oh, well, I mean, I see Lula right there. Oh no, I mean, that's her right there in the cardigan. Having fun in the paperclip labyrinth? Well, you made it eventually. You look exhausted. I'd offer you my seat, but my ankles are turning on me. Arthritis? Dr. Truman says my joints are eroding one another. They've been collaborating for decades. It's only natural they'll want to kill each other now. Well, enough about my hateful wrists and ankles. Concrete bunker of an office, just a waypoint for you, I'm sure. Where's it you're trying to go? Having trouble navigating the Zero. Just navigating apropos nothing. The Zero doesn't work like other roads. Can't just drive and expect to find yourself somewhere. Must be more deliberate than when driving on surface roads. And in a way, much less deliberate. Looking for Dogwood Drive. Dogwood Drive. That's funny. Do you know I used to live on a Dogwood Drive? This was years ago. Grimy old house, basement full of insects, attic full of birds. Had a few roommates. We all worked at the university. Had a dog. Drink whiskey and beer. And made sculptures. That Dogwood was Surface Road. With a name like that, it would have had to be. What are you doing on the Zero? My cousin Weaver sent us this way. Your cousin Weaver? Weaver Marquez? Hadn't expected to hear from her again. Do you know her? She came through here as an intern. One of my old colleagues must have referred her. Do you know? I never asked. Anyway, there's not much challenging work here. Much less for a gifted mathematician. She helped translate some notes on architectural plans I picked up in Mexico. She was very bored. We used to sit on the steps by the river on our lunch break and talk about geometry. I hope she wasn't in trouble. I lost touch with her so suddenly. I had recommended she go see some old friends of mine at the university about a new acoustic surveying venture. I often worried she became wrapped up in some tenured professor's quixotic research process. Wow, words. Exotic research project. You know the type. Gray-haired, intellectual, narcissistic. Oh, that is. I guess she sent you here because she respected me. Thought I could help. Weaver's a dear girl, but I'm afraid you've been misled. Excuse me. Damn, Shannon. Where's the Dogwood Drive you lived on? Maybe it's the same one? It's not possible. Dogwood Drive I lived on is now called Pale Dogwood Drive. They've renamed all the streets, you see. Too many streets with the same names. It was never a problem before, but now we have these databases, and it's all too confusing for the computer. Computer has no sense of ambiguity, so it proclaims an error. Name collisions, they call them. So my Dogwood Drive is Pale Dogwood Drive. And another might be Large Leaf Dogwood Drive, or Himalayan Flowering Dogwood Drive. So on and so on. But one of them is still just Dogwood Drive. So we might hope. It's really a matter of consulting records, which we have in abundance here. Do you have a record of those streets? I expect we must. They'll be up in Archives and Records, 4th floor. It'll be filed under O for odonyms, probably, or G for generic, or maybe S for specific. I don't know which part of the street name was changed. Beep, 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 boop. Documents. Also, I am seeing some frame drops. I apologize. Damn, this place is a mess. Okay. That's why I record these things, because recording doesn't disappoint. Take a look through that logbook, I guess. Maybe there's some kind of system to all these boxes. I'll just start digging. The small logbook has a smart leather cover. A few notes are scribbled on the inside covers. Most pages are just lists of titles, names, and dates. Documents tab. Please do not transfer any more records. Oh, shoot. You know what I just realized? And no one's brought it up? Give me a second. Test? Uh-oh. I want to make sure everything's right here. Yeah. Save. Captions. Hello. Test 1, 2. Oh no, they're not working. Huh. Hmm. 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 You know what? Wait. Is it working now? There we go. I got it working. Haha. Haha. Jokes on them. Yeah. Please. I beg of y'all, please let me know if anything is ever out of the ordinary, because I will probably not notice it. Document staff, please do not transfer any more records from the storage unit until we get the new file cabinets in. We're up to F. That'll have to do for now. Instruct clerks to focus on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F, or activities most likely to involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive, driving, brakes, etc., but air quality is not okay because it relates to health, safety, pollution, etc. Frame drops are becoming more frequent. Weather. I'm going to become an old man yelling at a cloud in a second. Several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back in over a period of a few days. Basketball courts, baseball fields, alleys, and parking lots. A single set of documents relating to coal mining operations was checked out and back in by several different people within a few hours. Ooh. Failing antique shops folder missing? Listed checked in on page 63 but not present. Uh-oh. Ooh, oh, ooh. So it's the ooh. Conway delivers for an antique shop. Interesting. Nothing? Me neither. Half of these boxes aren't even labeled, and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. Couldn't find anything with an O or a G or an S. Maybe that clerk knows somewhere else we can look. Got so many boxes. It's because I've been playing at 1440p. We'll see if this looks better. If it doesn't look better, I'm going back to 1440p. But if it looks better, I'll keep it at this. Okay, her office is down on the first floor. Nothing? That's unfortunate. Well, they must still be in transit. You see, we've only moved into this new venue somewhat recently. It's all a bit in progress. This was a cathedral not so long ago, can you believe it? And then the Bureau reclaimed it. The old congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for their activity. The font might be too thin. That's where you'll find the street name records, I expect. At the church Marianne at reception can give you directions. Just come back here. You have the files, and we'll begin the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. Oh, and while you're on the road, I want to stop by and see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of the joints and limbs. I know he works at night. His home office is in a small neighborhood on the east edge of Bowling Green. Here's his card. Do stop and see him. That leg is a miserable sight. Take care of each other. All right, I'm going to set it back to 1440p if it doesn't look better. Let's try Mammoth. See if that helps. If it takes up too much of the screen, I might have to be like, nah. Conway scans a column of elevator buttons. Bobby. Yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing good. Hopefully better than Marianne. Get what you need? Be straight with me. What is this place? Just another office lady. Just another job. Be kicked out of congregation to set up your office? I wasn't here for that, but yeah. Get where you're coming from. Still. I wouldn't judge until I'd seen everything. They've got a new church now. The Bureau set it up for them out of some of their old storage space. Ooh, ice cream's good. I'm sure it's very nice. Go see it for yourself. Let's get back on the zero and drive until you hit the crystal and turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You can handle it. Now I think the font's too big. I think Lion was perfect. Like I said, this just their choice of text, not great for streaming, I think. Gonna miss you, Bears. This is different. Yeah. Find the crystal and then turn around. Whoa, wait. What's that to the side? Oh, that's the, oh, okay. Neat. Right. The jaws. Oh, huh. Scarecrow, the rowboat. Crystal. That's odd. What? Just, you know, deja vu. Same here. I always feel kind of embarrassed when that happens. Like I'm in a plane. But I don't know my lines. Well. Alright, so we hit the crystal, so we go backwards. There were some people behind me. Okay, so we hit the crystal. Now we go backwards. The brochure for these mossy tunnels recommends taking them as a site for meditation, an introspective labyrinth through which to walk one's concerns slowly like a breathing exercise. A narrow tunnel extends to the right and another to the left. Left or right, y'all? Conway and Shannon enter a cramped passage. A narrow tunnel extends to the right and another to the left. The moss begins to glow. Left again? We're gonna do left again and then we're gonna do right. Conway and Shannon crawl on hands and knees through a slick passageway. The moss is growing more brightly now. We're gonna do right this time. Narrow tunnel extends to the right and another to the left. Let's go back left again. Conway and Shannon enter a cramped passage. Oh, okay. Left. Left. Close eyes. Okay. We have to hit a crystal. Let's turn back here. The bat feeder. The pendulum. The rowboat. Let's turn back at the bat feeder. So we have the casket again. Let's go this way. Might be something right here. Right. Okay, got the pendulum. I'm gonna turn back at the rowboat. Turn back at the scarecrow. I haven't turned back at the pendulum yet, so we're gonna turn back at the pendulum. Now the animal bones are back. Turned at the casket. Okay, let's try turning at the scarecrow. That's different. The sandwich. Find the crystal and then turn around. Just keep going. Just keep going. The cathode ray. Bottle. The TV. Sent out. Pipe organ. Crystal. Turn around. Self-storage. Oh yeah, it's right. They're at a self-storage place. That's because that's where they got put, St. Thomas Church. That fucking rips. That was really, really cool. I love that. Is that it? Over there? It's dusty in here. You work with antiques. You should be used to a little dust, right? Oh, here for the night mass? What kind of mass is it? Tonight, it's a homily on work in need. Haven't heard this one before. Where's the congregation? Guess this must look pretty strange. Church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night, 2 on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as a thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too. But he left his old tapes. Same with the organist. I found some old acetates in the Bureau archives. Photos of people in churches. So I keep it running. Do what you have to, right? We've all got a job. Work is play for mortal stakes. That's the title of the evening's homily, in fact. So I guess if you folks aren't here for the mass, you must be looking for the old bureau records. Move them down to unit C315 to make room for the mass. It's down at the other end of the building, same floor. I need to get the night mass started, but you can borrow my keys. I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. I'd better get this running. Brandon presses play on an old tape machine. Is your whole family Catholic? We're not religious. I just watched and listened while the congregation did all this stuff, and I probably don't understand as much of it as you might think. Anyway, I know how to keep the overhead projector and the tape player running. At least I know enough to keep it going, right? Do you like working here? It's okay. I don't really know what else I would do. I used to play a lot of card games, you know, in high school. Some of my friends went to college, but most of them just got jobs. Maybe in a few years we'll be hanging out in bars, playing darts or something. You're not allowed to play cards in a bar because it looks like gambling. Black is killing me. But everyone's telling you to go see a doctor. Hey, I get it. Too expensive. My dad cut his arm pretty bad on a job, but he stitched himself back up because we didn't have health insurance. But then his hand didn't work very well, and he got pretty depressed. And eventually he just sort of... Well, I guess I don't know what he should have done. Who knows, right? So this is like a hobby? If you asked me what my hobbies were, I'd say card games, science fiction, perspective geometry. But I run a slideshow and I play the tapes, and I don't get paid for it. I take it pretty seriously, but nobody's telling me I should. Is that a hobby? Seems like there ought to be a more serious word for it. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in. I don't think. And don't remember them anyway. Got it. We were just listening to the sermon. What? I found what we came here to get. The file and street name changes. You don't look good. Yikes. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out. Then maybe we should go see that doctor the clerk recommended. All right, Brandon. You take care. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg is stuck. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay. Are you hurt? You put any weight on that leg? It's fine. Just try to stand up. Careful. I'm right here. Damn. Don't worry. I got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has powered. Hey. Old man, look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I think I need to see that doctor. Yeah, you do. She hands Brandon the doctor's card. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, you know, here and there. Boy, my internet is not holding up. The bureau's the only way I know. Some of these folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came, find the crystal, and then turn around. I'm gonna take 1 second. I really want to see how bad it is outside right now. 1 sec. Be right back. I'm not gonna go to BRB screen. I'll just be right back. Ooh, baby, it's snowing. Ooh, baby, it's snowing outside. Why'd you drive through that for Taco Bell? When I started the stream, it wasn't that bad. All right, drive to the crystal. Wait, don't I have to? No, just. Oh. So what I think I'll do is I'm gonna try my best here to get through Act 2. Because thankfully, like, there's not much movement in this game. Hey. It's Carrington. And then I think I'll probably have to wrap up. Can we talk to Clerk Lula Chamberlain again? I'm afraid she left in a big hurry, actually. Something happened with your meeting? She seemed pretty interested in my cousin Weaver. I don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, heading back to the interstate? And process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. Got a few more things to see down here, I'd say. Hello, my friends. I'm relieved to run across you again. Hello, Blue. No better place than the road for a hound. I'm afraid I've been unsuccessful in my search for a venue for my play. Have you found anything in your travels? You know what? I think you should do it back at the gas station. Echoes Oils by the interstate? It never occurred to me. It does sound compellingly desolate. The roar of cars and trucks resonating, reverberating through nearby overpasses. Psychoacoustics, definitely. Psychoacoustics is a field of perpetual study. How do we perceive sound? What does it do to our souls? How do sounds work through us? The play must resonate through my actors in their performance, and then it must reverberate out from them. And again, resonate through the audience. Theater is mostly acoustic, you see. Yeah, I think Equus Oils would do wonderfully. I'm ready to hear the desolate cry of the road. You've been immeasurably helpful. If you have time later this evening, I'd love to go over my production notes with you. Just meet me there in a few hours if you'd like. Many thanks. Hell yeah. I think my dude's leg needs to get fixed. I don't think I should look around anymore. She hands the receptionist Lou's card. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Of course, this is in a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Just take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. Continue north, you'll be there shortly. Happy to help. Did I just black out again? How do we get to the farmhouse? The farmhouse is silent and empty. The barn is still gone. So is the cave. A few horses graze in the empty field. Joseph has fallen asleep in his chair. Carrington won't be here for another few hours. Hello? What are you? Traffic jam. You probably would find it. Oh, my frames are in the red. Get out of the truck and walk ahead. Most of the drivers in line are reading magazines or lightly dozing. Try start up conversation. Conway taps on a window, trying to get an older woman's attention. She snaps awake suddenly, but ignores him, focusing on a point just ahead on the highway. The road ends abruptly. A small crew of highway maintenance workers have been laying down a 10-foot stretch of road. They complete their project and step out of the way. As traffic briefly resumes, the cars stop again, And the maintenance workers begin in the next section. Just before the river, if you continue north. You'll get there eventually. I'm... Okay, let's... Back here. Get on the 65 going southwest. Whoops. Take a right. Just past the observatory. I'm guessing this is the observatory. Gotta think of. Continue. Just before the river. If you continue north, you'll get there. There we go. I just had to redefine direction. The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum, still partially under construction. Fuck. All right. What's gonna determine Museum of Dwellings? Ooh. What's gonna determine like where I go with this stream is gonna just depend on y'all. Is it watchable? Or are y'all able to still enjoy the stream? Because I'm dropping a lot of frames because of the weather outside. Like a lot. It's very much watchable. Okay. It is watchable. I will keep going through. Ooh. I'll keep going through this this act. Oh yeah, he was... What? I was a weirdo. Okay. You didn't see the guy. Tall, kind of stooped over, limping bad. Looked like an old drunk if you ask me. But they were both drunks, breaking in here looking for a place to sleep it off. I just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Old dog like that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere. But that's loyalty for you. Well, they didn't stay long anyway. Okay. I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me. What were they talking about? I'm gonna take my watch off because it's bugging my wrist. The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around. I just assumed they were from the power company. You know how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this or that? Just shut myself up in my room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. They definitely weren't from the power company. Well, I wouldn't complain if they were really. With that storm going on, I know they have to do their business. Doesn't affect me. I've got my generator. But you know some of these folks around here? Unprepared. Totally unprepared. Interesting. Okay. It's not letting me go to the door. Oh, there's stuff over here. I was playing in the empty cabin and they came by. Asked about Dr. Truman. I know where he went, but I didn't tell them. Did you talk about anything else? The lady asked me about my parents and I told them they were upstairs in the greenhouse. You want to hear a weird story? Of course I do. The old man asked me about the cabin. He said it looked like another house he knew. He wanted to know where it came from. I told him nobody lived there, so he went inside. He took a long time exploring. When he came back out, he told me all about it. What did he find in the cabin? He went upstairs, and he also looked around the other rooms. I played with the dog. What did he do upstairs? He looked in some boxes. He looked out the window. He could see the museum better than when he was downstairs. He could tell how it was all put together. And the cabin, too. He could see the shape of it better from up there. Now, the part that is weird. He said he went into the basement. The cabin doesn't have a basement. He said he found a secret door in the floor. Then he found a rope leading down a long pit, and he climbed down. The walls were covered in a glowing moss. He used the light of the moss to find a lake at the bottom of the pit. The water swept him around until he didn't know where he was, and finally he fell asleep in the water. He woke up on the floor of the cabin. He came back outside. He said goodbye. I didn't talk to them anymore. Conway's going through some shit right now. The moment I now recall most clearly from their short visit was the birdcage exhibit. The old man stopped to rest, or maybe to think. The young woman had been anxious up to that point, but she stopped as well. Examined the birdcage more closely. It seemed to elicit a tenderness from her. She ran a fingernail along the bars of the wire cage, marking out a tuneless scale like a child's xylophone. They moved on. I guess they must have gone through some papers here. It was in some disarray, and a few folders were pulled out, left on the table. It wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diana's such a stickler. She's real organized, I mean. What folders were they looking at? Yeah, mostly stuff about the building site, I guess. It had a list of all the homes that we were located here. List of original residences before we leveled the neighborhood. I'd guess they were looking for one of the old residents. They pulled out a list of the folks who didn't take the offer. Folks who moved elsewhere. They filed that back out of order, so I guess they didn't find what they were looking for there. Yeah, well, I have you here. Work's kind of slowed down, it seems like. I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. That's the idea. Yeah, I get that. Just, how about that roof, huh? You just write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I know you've got this museum thing going on, but you don't want to be slumlords now. Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window. We had a bit of a talk through the glass. I would have come out, but you know, shady characters. What'd you talk about? They were asking about Dr. Truman. And I told them all I know about that, which is not very much. What do you know about Dr. Truman? I told them. He moved in here with the rest of us when you folks bought up the neighborhood. And then one day his house was gone. That's all I know about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. They were hollering at that empty tent you folks have on display. Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. Do you know, at first I thought it might be Hudson walking up the visit. I'd heard him working on his boat just a bit earlier, before the storm started. But then I saw the stranger's limping gait, and the young woman with him. I knew it couldn't be. I invited them in for a glass of bourbon, which they politely declined. So I just talked to them on the porch for a bit. What was the young woman like? She was very sharp and mechanically minded. We talked a bit about the construction of my house. She was worried for her friend. You know, I don't believe either of them had ever set foot on a houseboat before. I don't know that the older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. It has always been my fondest dream to retire on a houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that settles my nerves. Well, we have another storm like that last one. This is... I like this area a lot. Like, a really fun way to... go about this. Ooh? Didn't see this before. Come on, Blue. Can't leave without you. By the way, anyone joining late, my frame rate is terrible. I know. I currently am experiencing a winter storm, which is great. But this is being recorded and it's going to be put up on YouTube. Just check out my backups channel if you haven't already. They wouldn't come in, just rushing around. You could tell they were worn, and it was late at night, but just rushing. What the fuck was that bird? Well, there was some urgency to the older man's injury, so it's understandable. How was he injured? His leg. It was twisted or something. He held it while he walked, and it made these painful little sounds in his throat. how. I don't know. I didn't ask. It would have been rude, I think. I'm distracted by the big bird. We just don't know. I suppose we never will. I heard a shout from downstairs. The old man had stumbled in the rain. I stayed inside with the lights off. There's no sense in my getting involved. I didn't see or hear a thing all night. I was in the back doing inventory when they came by. I got 30 cases of candles in, and each one of those has got to be individually labeled, you know. But I heard from some of the other neighbors that they weren't up to any harm, just passing through. They should really finish this building. Hello? Who are you? I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? We've got a couple of them at the shop, but this is the only one that runs. Oh yeah, with a truck, you've got to keep it up. That's why me and Julian don't use a truck. We just carry the houses. Is Julian the bird? Julian's my brother. He's a lot bigger and stronger. And he has more feathers than me, but he's still my brother. Julian's the big bird. Where do you take the houses? Me and Julian take them out to the forest every night. Then we bring them back at dawn before the museum opens. Why do you take them to the forest? This museum is an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this, or when they do it gives them nightmares. So we take them out to the forest to sleep, and then bring them back in the morning. And Dr. Truman is in the forest already? Yes, ma'am. He's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out there a few nights ago. He didn't want to come back. He lives there all the time now. Is your family out in the forest? Oh no, I don't know where they are. Me and Julian were looking for them for a while, but anyway, we have a job to do here now, taking these people out to the forest at night so they can sleep. Maybe if the rest of them will be like Dr. Truman and want to stay out there, we'll get back to looking. Can you tell us how to get to the forest? You have to follow the Green River way out east, then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there. But me and Julian can take you. We were just about to go anyway. I just gotta call him over. From this height, the museum looks like a blocky crater, slowly filling with rain. An all-night diner by the side of the road. The lights are on. From this angle, the building looks strange and abstract, like a pile of intersecting boxes and triangles. Sounds like my PS2 trying to start up, and it's stuck. Way out east. Country church with a pitched roof and 3-story spire. A large LED display glows in the parking lot. Behind the church are several dusty metal trash cans, a few of which are opened. Flying past at this speed and angle, the farmhouse is invisible among the trees. Its location is only marked by Conway and Shannon's memories. A tiny gray figure walks along the side of the road, carrying what appears to be a guitar case. He's followed closely by a smaller shape. A dog? He looks tired. From above, the huge swaying tipple looks like a small wooden lattice framing the edge of the mine entrance. A shadowy figure drags itself out of the lake, stuffs its limbs into a smart blue suit, trudges slackly out of view. Way out east, and then hop over Lake Cumberland. So we do still got to keep following this lake. I mean, this river. Uh-oh. Wait, did I go too far? Yes, I did. Let's go back along the Green River. Green River does fork, so maybe. No. Go back. Oh boy. Okay. Bait shop. A large dirt parking lot surrounds the bait shop. A sign is vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar. Bright but unsteady lights throb from the windows of the shop's back room. That's Nolan River Lake. Green River. The flayed hull of a country home smolders in the night. Parts of the property are obscured by smoke. Chapel and a graveyard disconnected from any road. Middle of a dark woods. Occasionally seems that pale glowing figures. Difficult to track with the eye appear. Sometimes they roll huge barrels in or out of the building. Sometimes they just loiter for a moment, then fade out of view. Oh my god, where am I supposed to go? You have to follow the Green River way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. Alright, we're just gonna go east. Okay, it's getting mad at me. Okay, we're gonna try and follow this again. I'm losing my mind. I've not seen Lake Chamberlain. That's not Lake Chamberlain. We checked. This is the Green River Lake, not Lake Chamberlain. Just stops here. Wait. Oh, is this Lake Chamberlain? There's a swamp! Get out of my swamp! From a distance, from the air, it first looks like a swamp. Vines have grown over the street lamps. Flower bushes obscure the streets. A few of the houses have slipped partially into the ground, foundations cracked by underground roots. This is Lake Cumberland. Alright, let's hop over. Also, all these lakes don't look like lakes. They look like fractures. Put Shrek in Kentucky Route Zero, I think. What? Oh, that's the forest. We finally made it to the forest. Act 2, Scene 5. Ugh. A forest. Somebody. I'm a child now. I move very fast. Julian! It's okay. Just take it easy. We've got to get back on the road. We will. But we need to get this leg looked at first. Right now, you're in no condition to haul anything out of that truck, even when we do find Dogwood Drive. Why is this delivery so important to you? Oh. You're retiring or something? Or... Sorry. I'm just not as tough as I used to be. I'll just rest up for a minute. I bet you're still plenty tough. What do you like to do? Just lay around? I bet you were pretty wild when you were younger. What a banjo boy. Shouldn't be much farther now. I think I see where the settlement ends over there. This forest is full of shadows. The moonlight helps. Closer to the cities, you don't get moonlight like this. It all gets washed out. Light pollution. You know? I guess it's still there. You just can't see it. How are you feeling? I'm just thinking about getting back to work. We're almost there. We'll get you patched up and back in that truck. You can handle this. Have you ever been over to the lake? I went there once with my folks. We had some burgers. It was pretty great.
Got to go home, boys. Got to go home. It's dark and raining, and I've got to go
Do you have any family you're close with? Brother or sister? Kids? I have a brother, but I wouldn't say we're close. What does he do? Some kind of banker, kind of a jerk sometimes. Yeah, I know the type. You never talk to him? He's too good for me, I guess. I doubt that. Guess I was always closest with Weaver. As close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age growing up. Everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry, and I guess I just stayed that way. Never really understood her, but I knew her. It's lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, You're a good listener. I bet you come from a big family of dogs. Yeah, dogs have big families. I like that. Seems easier to keep track of them. There's a lot of ethereal stuff. What the...
lost all my money, but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home.
Like, negative space is eating up some of these buildings. Oh, is this building about to line up perfectly? Let's see. Almost. He's inside with Dr. Truman. Are you coming in? Sure, I'll come in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV sometimes. My folks never watch TV, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks, too. I fix TVs, you know? Whoa, cool! A TV scientist! Bet you make a lot of money. My folks had a really nice house, bigger than any of these houses, but it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station. I could never get to sleep. So I just went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far, and we never got lost. But when we came back in the morning, they were all gone. They just left you? I don't think so. All our stuff was still there. Maybe they got lost somewhere. Let's go see what's on TV. And yeah, I think during that exit interview is when I realized how badly they had me. How else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. Or, you know, some kind of administrative thing. I don't know. Having seen what arthritis did to my grandmother and my best friend in high school destroy his wrists building synthesizers. When he was like 17, ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. Hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with that pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached. But at least I have somewhere to practice, even if I have to follow their market trends a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of Neuripanol. TM. It's not so bad. So how about that leg? What happened exactly? It's like something grabbed my leg in the dark. Grabbed? Like an animal? Or a piece of machinery? That could be ugly. I've seen some joints twisted right out of... Never mind. Let's start the examination. What are they singing about? They're singing about hard times, daddy. Yeah. Everybody has it pretty rough right now. Even if you just want to go home, you'll have problems. Like it'll be too dark and you'll get scared. Maybe you can just say lost in the dark. Maybe you'll be okay with that eventually. Your friend's in pretty bad shape, isn't he? What about? But it's nothing we can't handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future. Be a bit gentler with the leg or the way you walk, but you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So, the anesthetic we'll use is called Neuripanol TM. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is, I'll count backwards from 5 to start the process. And then we'll just have a normal conversation as Neuripanol TM takes effect. Then I'll get started. Here we go. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. So let's talk about billing for a moment. The pharmaceutical company I'm contracted with was recently acquired by an energy company that has some different standards for billing and revenue. So it's a bit complex now. Conway? Conway? Oh, I'm leaving it on a cliffhanger. So what we'll do tomorrow is we will play The Entertainment 3 and Here and There Along the Echo. I'm gonna wrap it up today just because internet's rough right now because it's snowing. I'll take a picture maybe. Oh, you know what would be nice? Maybe I should go for a walk outside and take my gimbal with me that I haven't used since the last time it snowed. Because I got it last year, and then last year happened, and I never really got to use it. I was like super excited to use it at like my usual con that I go to. No. Snow can be fun to film. Thank y'all for coming out. I said sorry for the shorter stream, but like I said, I've dropped 7% of my frames today, which is bad. Let me do a quick look here. See if there's anyone I can shoot y'all towards. I'll just wrap it up for today. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for sure. It's not supposed to be storming tomorrow, so I shouldn't have any problems with my net. I really do appreciate y'all for coming out. I mentioned it on the Discord, but I honestly feel like the stream's back in a place where I want the stream to be. I feel like it got into like a really bad place again, and I started disliking it. But between doing Monster Hunter with Pat, the Kentucky Route Zero streams, and the Hitman streams were there in a place. Also, finally having the really good Rogue mic payoff that I would like. Top tier moment of the stream, honestly, top tier. Even though the journey there was pretty rough for a lot of people, and I do apologize for that. Roguelikes will do that too. I'm really excited with where the stream is right now. Like I even fixed my camera. Like I don't know if anyone's noticed. I figured out that on my GoPro, it was the shutter was defaulting to auto, which is bad because the shutter actually determines the frame rate of the GoPro. So if it's going on auto, that means it's going less than like more than 1/60th, which 1/60th is necessary for 60 frames. So there's a period there where the frame rate was getting like really bad. I started noticing it. Like I think there's like actually like really bad ghosting. So I fixed that. I set it to 1/60th and now I'm properly lit for it. Like I was lit at about here, which is a bit too dark for this camera. Now we're back to about here, which looks great. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna turn off my lights. Maybe go film some snow. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. But until tomorrow, I hope y'all have a great night. Y'all take care, stay safe, stay warm. Except for Potato. Potato, turn on that AC, please. Please turn on that AC. Yeah. I'll catch y'all later. Y'all take care, all right? Peace.